never find yourself anywhere else but now. And so every now is a fresh, crystal clear moment of rebirth. Do you understand that? So it's everything, it's all gone. Always gone. You're always gone. But in the inner world there is your reaction to what has just gone. And your reaction is determined from the within side by thought. Right? So just looking at putting a finer point on this socially. Now, are you more at ease when you're with yourself on your own, say, sitting in a cornfield on a sunny day? Not necessarily there, or anywhere on your own that's a pleasing place to you. Yeah? Or present with another human being. Are you going to be more at ease with yourself on your own, or when another human being is present with you? Let's just have a quick check.
Yeah, on my own.
On my own.
Depends who the other human being is.
Trust you.
It does. But it does.
Okay.
You can be just the same. It's
The same as it are with the right human being, with another human being.
Okay.
It would depend on the time and where my head was.
Yeah.
And what I was thinking.
Yeah, again, it depends who the human being is. Yeah.
Oh, same as, yeah.
Right, okay. Now, say you're walking along in the country and you're just pleasantly happy within yourself and you're listening and you're talking within yourself, and suddenly as you walk through the path there's a crack of a wood, a little bit of a crack of a twig, and you realise that somebody else is coming towards you, which sort of breaks your muse, okay? Are you going to welcome that, or are you going to be more quiet on your own? So when they're approaching, they're coming now, what's happened to you? And they're walking up to you.
Don't like it.
Why?
I'd rather be on my own. Oh, that person has come and broken my peace.
Okay. You come here, you turn up here.
Mm.
You're talking to yourself as you're driving or being driven.
Mm.
And then you come in the door and you come in and you see people, right? Are you more anxious than when you were driving here?
Well, that's
Is there an
funny you should say
anxiety
that,
when
because
coming to social meetings?
on my way here tonight, I was thinking that I quite like going somewhere more than when I actually get there. I was thinking to myself, I like sitting in the car on my own.
Right.
I like driving somewhere
Yeah.
with anticipation.
Yeah.
But when I get there, it's not. You've not got the anticipation. You're there then.
Right. Okay. Again, it depends where you're going, of course.
Yes.
Yes, it depends where you're going.
But the point I'm making here is the difference between the private self
Yeah,
and the public self.
yeah.
And if there is a division between the private and the public, so that you're not really the same you when you're in the public as you might be if you're in the private, yeah, then it must mean that there must be a switch in you to the public face. Now why? What is it about the public face? What is it about being in a group that increases the anxiety, or being in the presence of another human being? So if one comes along, or two, or you're in a group.
Possibly self-confidence.
Okay. So, if you're in a group, there is a concern about what?
Make it for yourself possible.
Okay? How you're seen is important then. And you don't want to be seen in what particular ways. One, you don't want to be seen as a fool, or making a fool of yourself, or showing yourself up in some way. Yeah?
Yeah.
What else?
Just not liked or rejected or...
Okay? So, there is a concern about being liked. If there is a concern about being liked.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah? This is important
Yeah.
to us. Is there anyone that isn't important to? I like to be liked, I must, So, just trying to picture this inner world in which the conversations go on within your own mind, and there's a certain form of conversation when you're on your own, and then there's a different changed form when you're, in society or when other people are around. But I'm saying, to some extent, you see, this change in you you're not aware of. It happens to you, and you just change. When another human being is present with you, you can change, and you can watch people change. I mean, I was always aware of how different my mother was when she answered the phone compared with how she might have been talking with me earlier, the telephone voice. I'm sure you'll be able to do a good telephone voice.
Exactly the same.
Mrs. Bouquet type. No, I didn't mean. I meant if you were doing acting.
Okay,
if you were acting.
No, I'm sure she won't mind us saying it. And let's pretend she's sitting there. But the best telephone voice is Roz. Hello. She's hysterical. She knows we've told her enough times, so it's not talking about her.
Yeah.
But she has got a marvellous telephone voice.
Let me be clear. I don't think you have a telephone voice. I was saying if you were acting, you could
do
do it really. It was almost like I was expecting it to burst forth.
I've done it. Played that kind of thing.
Yesterday.
I did it yesterday. Exactly. I did.
Okay then. So that's what we mean by inside at the moment. And outside, we're saying, is when you reach a point where you are unfulfilled in all the doing of your doing and the listening to your thinking, and your thinking just isn't really getting you to a point where you feel nourished by life and excited and happy, and it's not getting you to where you want to go, which is the happiness. So the outside is what we're talking about, is when you reach beyond your own mind's regurgitation of old thought patterns. So this is when you're actually saying, when you step back into your awareness and you observe honestly in your thoughts and feelings and physical sensations, that in your feelings there's something missing. It's just not doing it for you, and therefore you're going to look for, outside of your cell, another way of viewing things, another way of reacting, another way of feeling, another way of seeing. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So this is what we mean by outside. You're looking for inspiration beyond your normal inner mind. Right? But the thing I want to say here is that as you do this journey, and you start with looking at you, that's how you start. You have to, in order to get good at inspiration, in order to get good at allowing something in beyond your normal seeing and viewing and understanding, you have to do the journey of self-awareness, of stepping back and observing your thought patterns and the consistencies of them, so that which is currently not seen by you, your unconscious, that which is beyond the wall, which you don't believe you have anything beyond the wall, until you're triggered in some way. You find yourself reacting. That nice, peaceful heartbeat goes out the window, and there's a sense of either defensiveness or attack. Right? That's very, very important to get the hang of, to tune into, because every time you do that, it is telling you something about you and your addiction to thought and the insistence of having things go the way you want them. I'll just very quickly say here, if you want to save yourself from that, give up. Give up trying completely. Give yourself over to constant seeking, and then when you seek and you find all of those bits and pieces and you let go and they're resolved within you, then you're not really a self that's accountable anymore. You're not really anything at all but listening. You're more of a channel for the flow of the higher that you've been seeking. You're really giving yourself up to the outside, so that the outside may always speak to you in the silence of your listening.